Welcome back to my channel. So we've got something a little bit different today. The test. Secrets of the Soul. So this game was released just this year, just the beginning of the year, February 2023. Developed by Random Studios. Random, R-A-N-D-U-M-B. So Random Studios. It's actually part of a trilogy of games, the Test series. So I think there was like the Test, the Test Secrets of the Soul, the Test Secrets of the Soul 2, and third one was the Test Final Revelation. This one is free. I think the second one is free as well. I'm probably not going to bother playing the second or third ones. Yeah, so this one was free on Steam. The sequel, Secrets of the Soul 2, also free on Steam. The third one is only a couple bucks, so not expensive. So the idea behind this game is that they ask a bunch of questions as a way of sort of figuring out what kind of person you are. They describe it as psychological simulation with horror elements. Some of the questions are intended to be to make you uncomfortable. I suppose we'll see. They've also got other games as well. The Fate Weaver series, I'm not sure what that's all about. Looks to be something somewhat similar. But anyway, yeah, it's intended as a social experiment. So yeah, let's take a look. Every angel has a demonic past, and every demon has an angelic future. Future, if one so wishes it to be. The Madman. I'm gonna be honest. That I just feel like that's stupid. This quote just feels stupid to me. It feels like something that's meant to be deep and meaningful, and is just like trite, meaningless garbage. Honestly, not off to a great start. Gotta say, it does not get the game off to a great start. But hey, let's see. Let's uh let's give it a chance. Maybe it'll get better. You find yourself on the inside of a desolate chapel in the throes of a midnight storm. The rain pelts the windows like falling stones, and the wind rages on as the chapel doors tremble. After a quick glance around the room, you hear a low, grizzled voice growl at you from the darkness, beckoning you in. Well, hello, Wanderer! I know you're supposed to read it in a deep, dark, like in a dark, creepy voice, but honestly, it's one of those things where it's just more fun to imagine it as. You know, it's text. You can imagine this guy sounding like Gilbert Gottfried. You know? And I'm just gonna speak in my normal voice. It's a pleasure to find you here. Come in from the rain, rest your weary bones, for we have much to talk about. It looks like the storm is going to last a while, Wanderer. Make yourself comfortable. I don't think you'll be going anywhere for some time. We should find something to pass the time, don't you think? Perhaps we should get acquainted with one another. I'd love to learn all about you. I'm sure your soul is full of stories, Wanderer. I'll bet you have delicious secrets deep inside, too. I have an idea. I'm going to ask you some questions, and you're going to answer them for me. Very, very honestly. That way, I'll have the opportunity to get to know you. The real you. Now, don't you lie to me, Wanderer. No one likes a liar. In the end, I will tell you what I see. Deep, deep within your soul. Doesn't that sound like fun? Not really, but sure, let's try it. Let's get started, shall we? Make yourself comfortable as we delve deep into your mind. We'll begin now! Do you know what the meaning of life is? I mean, I'm a nihilist. I don't believe that there is actually any real meaning to life. The only meaning is what you find for yourself, and that is every person has to find their own meaning in the world. So, yes. Do you believe beauty is ageless? I don't really know. Second question, I'm already deeply overthinking things. Yeah, sure, why not? Do you believe a human being can produce something perfect? Sure. Yeah, I mean, I've heard some pretty damn perfect songs, read some pretty damn near perfect books. I'm gonna say yes. Do you believe inspiration can be created by oneself? Yep. Inspiration can be found all around, and that does include, within yourself. Would you say art is an integral part of life? Absolutely. Uh, Humans have been creating art for tens of thousands of years. There are cave drawings from when we were living in caves. Like art is absolutely uh, something that humanity is driven towards. Would you consider yourself to be a talented individual? Absolutely not. Do you believe being beautiful is an advantage in life? I mean, yes. And that's not, I don't think that's even a controversial statement. Good looking people do have an advantage. Like, people are nicer to people who are good looking. It's not like it doesn't mean their life is easy or anything like that. An advantage doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna win. So, it's an advantage. Is it a huge one? Probably not, but Do you think you care more about your own appearance than others care about your appearance? Eh, probably not. I don't really care how I look. At least for right now. Do you believe art can be judged? Yeah, I judge art all the time. Do you believe people should be judged? Yes, absolutely. What's that line? Live your life so people don't celebrate when you die? I'm recording this a couple days after Henry Kissinger died. So, should people be judged? Yes! People absolutely should be judged. Henry goddamn Kissinger. He's still dead, right? Do you believe there are certain things that exist that we cannot perceive with our senses? I mean, yes. Doesn't mean they're mystical or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, there are things that exist. There are things that exist that we have not been able to perceive. You know, they're hypothesized. You know, dark energy or whatever. You know, it's not something we can perceive. There's things like that that's hypothesized, hasn't been, you know, we just haven't been able to find a way to perceive it yet. Would you say that you often lack motivation? Yes. I would say I almost always lack motivation. Do you believe originality exists? Sure. Yeah, yeah, I'd say originality. I mean, everything goes back to like how everything goes back to those cave paintings eventually. But do you believe your imagination has a limit? Mine does. I think my imagination absolutely has a limit. Do you believe insanity is key to being a genius? Absolutely not. I think that quite often mental illness is actually a detriment to intelligence, to being a genius. There are some, a lot of people who have mental illnesses. Sure, sometimes it allows some people to approach things from a different angle. Uh, but other times it's just something that stops them from being able to do things that they would be able to do if their brains weren't their own enemy, you know? Do you believe that one day the world will speak only one universal language? Probably not. Do you believe societies shape people? Yeah. We're all products of the cultures we grow up in. However much we may want to pretend that we're, yeah, however much we may want to pretend we're not, we are absolutely shaped by the culture we grew up in. Do you believe time erodes achievements? Yes and no. Eventually, everything we accomplish will disappear into nothingness. But we still accomplished those things. Do they matter? Like, will they matter on a long enough timeline? No, because eventually the universe itself is going to die. But we accomplished those things. If you accomplish something, you did it. It's something that you can always look back on and be like, hell yeah, that is something that I accomplished. Do you believe you possess free will? I'm gonna say yes. Do you believe you are a self-fulfilling prophecy? I mean, I wouldn't say that. If you think you're gonna, if you think you're gonna be a failure, you probably will be. Because, you're going to sabotage yourself. I don't agree with that being a self-fulfilling prophecy, though. Do you believe some problems cannot be solved? I mean, all problems can be solved. It's just whether the solution is worse than the problem. All problems can be solved with a sufficiently large amount of explosives. Is that necessarily the best solution? I mean, yeah, probably. Do you believe in the existence of karma? Unfortunately, I do not. Do you believe you can accurately measure a person's success in life? I mean, every person has their own measurement. Some people, you measure based on how rich they are. Some people you measure based on how long they live, based on how many people come to their funeral. There's also whether their kids still talk, whether their kids still talk to them. I'm gonna say no. Have you achieved everything you want to achieve in life? No, but I don't really know what I want to achieve in life anyway, so. Have you ever experienced a miracle? No. Would you say you dream often? Not very often. Once in a while. But, I mean, I assume that I dream, but I never remember them. Would you say you are plagued with nightmares? No. I can't recall ever having an actual nightmare. Are you sometimes afraid of yourself? Yeah. Nah, never afraid of myself. One of the few things that doesn't scare me. I am one of the few things that I am not scared of. Do you believe you've made an impact in this world? On the world, no. On a global level, I do not matter. Have I made an impact on specific people? Sure. But in this world, it says it's not really specifying, like, on the world as a whole. It's just, there are definitely people whose lives I've impacted. So sure, why not? Would you consider yourself to be a rational individual? Yes. Do you believe you always have full control over your own actions? I mean, yeah, even when I'm angry. Do you believe everything in life has a purpose? No, like I said earlier, it's finding purpose for yourself. Have you considered yourself to be a fearful person? Yes. Do you have many regrets in life? Define many. Yeah, I've got a few. Do you feel like anything is holding you back in life? Yes, I am. I am absolutely holding myself back. Have you ever been heartbroken? Yes. Back when they canceled Star Trek The Next Generation. Uh, I am not taking this anywhere near as seriously as they want you to. Have you ever broken someone else's heart? I don't think so. Do you believe in destiny? No. Do you believe the future is unpredictable? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's too many variables. Like, yeah, I mean, you can generally sort of predict a lot of stuff about the future, but there's always there's always unexpected variables that can pop up at any time. To be fair, I mean, pretty sure there's like, no, I'm pretty sure there's stuff that can wipe out the whole planet without us even knowing about it. Like just cosmic, just stuff roaming around the cosmos that could just at any moment kill us all. Do you believe all things in life are connected in some way? I mean, kinda. No man is an island. Yeah, what I do affects someone else, that affects someone else, that affects someone else, and so on and so on. And I don't know, like, but I don't know. But I feel like that's not really what they're trying to get at here. Would you consider yourself to be a prideful person? Nah. Would you consider yourself to be a vindictive person? Generally, no. Generally not vindictive. On the other hand, I was cheering Henry Kissinger's death just a few minutes ago. Again, I'm recording this like 2 days after. You're watching this, it's almost 2 weeks after he died. But it's 2 days, so, and, still kind of riding that high, you know? But in general, I don't think I am. Would you consider yourself to be a loving person? Not as I am now. I aspire to be a loving person. Would you say you usually learn from your mistakes the first time around? Probably not. Do you believe that true equality exists in this world? Absolutely not. Do you always treat everyone you meet fairly? I try, but I also try not to meet too many people. I'll say yes. Do you believe you've always been treated fairly? Probably not. I mean, can't really think of any examples where I've been treated unfairly. But, yeah, let's go with no. Do you believe you can escape change? Well, no. Change is a constant. Change is a universal constant. Do you ever prolong simple tasks you know you want to get taken care of? No, of course I don't do that. Me? No. Prolong? Don't be silly. I always do them right. Yeah, of course I prolong. I procrastinate so much. I'm not an amateur procrastinator. I'm a procrastinator. Do you believe the end always justifies the means? No. Do you ever use harsh words when speaking to others? I mean, not very often. Like, most of the time, if I'm speaking... Most of the kind of time when I'm speaking to someone, it's on the jaw, it's work, so can't. But, I mean, hell, I use harsh words on, live streams and all that, so yeah, absolutely I do. Would you consider yourself to be a resentful person? I mean, sometimes. In general, I don't think I'm a resentful person. But I do have a definite spiteful side to me. Yeah, there is definitely a resentful streak in me. But I don't think as a person. Are you putting your best effort into shaping life the way that you want it? I am not. Do you believe you've made many mistakes in life? Yes. Are you willing to try anything once? Nope. I am absolutely not willing to try anything once. Hell, are you willing to try anything? Not particularly. Do you have a pretty good understanding of who you are as a person? Working on it? I think yes. Have you ever felt like life may not be worth living? I have absolutely felt that way. It is a feeling I continue to struggle with. I'm not suicidal, don't worry. I'm absolutely not suicidal at all. So don't worry about that part. But, yeah, feeling like life's just not worth it? Yeah, definitely, but definitely spend a lot of time in that headspace. If your best friend was dying, and you were the only one who knew, would you tell them the truth about their condition? How do I know but they don't? Like, that's like... I don't like this type of hypothetical question, because how the hell is it... How am I the only one that knows that they're dying? How does the person... How did I find out that they are dying and they don't know that? Like, it's one of those things that just doesn't make any sense. Yes, yes, I do overthink things. Would I tell them? Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably tell them the truth. They deserve to know. Of course they deserve to know. Do you believe assisted suicide should be permissible? I do, in fact. You know, all for having psychiatric care available for people who are considering it. But, yeah, absolutely, it should be permissible. Have you ever wanted to live forever? Yeah, yeah, I have. I'm scared of death, so... Have you ever questioned why you exist? Yep. Do you believe your life has value? That's a complicated one. Because it goes back to my philosophy of, there being no meaning. Does my life have value? Value to what? Value to whom? I will admit, I'm in a place right now where my life does not have a whole lot of value to me. That is something I am working on. That is something I do fully expect to get over. Um, so I'm gonna say yes. Have you ever doubted your own existence? Not really. Like, do I really exist now? I mean, shit. Like, as a teenager, you go through. Like, as a teenager, I went through, philosophical bullshit phase. But, no, I've never really doubted my own existence. Would you consider yourself to be defective? I mean, I do joke about it. I do joke about my brain being defective. Because I am neurodivergent, which isn't necessarily a defect, but like my depression. Like my depression it's a thing in my brain. My brain has a defect that doesn't produce chemicals the same way that a typical brain produces them. Like that's how it works. Typically, brain produces certain chemicals and certain levels, and blah 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 blah. My brain, I'm pretty sure, does not really produce them in the same quantity. I'm gonna say yes. But it's one of those things where, like, simple yes no answers don't always give all the context. Do you believe good can exist without evil as a contrast? I mean, we're talking moral goods here. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Eh, yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Have you ever felt like you were placed here for a greater purpose than which you serve? No. Would you consider yourself to be a violent person? No, I'm a wuss. I'm a coward. Would you consider yourself to have a dark mind? Not really, no. I don't even I don't even watch horror. Like I don't even like horror. Would you consider yourself to have a dark mind? Oh yeah, totally dark. Let me go rewatch My Little Pony. No, I do not have a dark mind. Would you consider laughter to be the best medicine in most cases? I mean, medicine is usually the best medicine. I mean, like laughter can be like genuinely like really powerful and really useful, but if I've got strep throat, probably gonna want antibiotics. Laughter versus antibiotic. I'm gonna go with the antibiotics on that one, right? Or like for depression, as I mentioned. Antidepressants are a better medicine than laughter. Have you ever loved someone who did not love you in return? Nah. Have you ever wished to be loved by all? Nah. Do you believe that you could still live a happy life if you were hated by all? I mean, all by everybody? Like, everybody hated me? I feel like it'd be tough. Just go to get groceries, and the cashier tells me to, yeah, yeah, cashier tells me off and doesn't let me buy it. That it would be tough. There'd be complications, right? There would be absolutely complications with being hated by everybody. So I'm gonna say no, just because, like I said, I mean, it's boss hates me, so they fire me, and now I can't get another job because everywhere I apply to, they hate me. Can't bake because everybody hates me. Yeah, it's just yeah. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think that would work out. Being hated all, by all is the thing. Are you initially afraid of letting others get close to you for any reason? Yes. Do you have any nervous tics or anxious quirks that you know of? Um, yeah, couple. Are you a fan of thunderstorms? I mean, I don't really care that much about them one way or the other. They don't, like, I don't hate them. They don't scare me. Not exactly sitting there looking out the window watching the rain fall. It's a thing that happens. So they do a jump scare. You you coming back there, dude? Did did it break? I think the game broke. Wow, the game actually broke, I think. Because it is, yeah. Woo! Great job, game! Alright, I'll see you back at this question, I guess. Here we go. I love them. Are you able to find peace among chaos? Um, I mean, I guess I just, like, at some point, chaos just says me, like, fuck it. Nothing I can do. I'll just do what I'm doing now. So, sure. Do you believe that you have peace in your life at this very moment? Nah, my life, I feel stressed. Have you ever feared that perhaps you have a grim future? Yeah, I mean, I suppose I've feared it. Have you ever been overwhelmed with a sense of dread or impending doom? I mean, probably. I feel like most people have at some point. Well, overwhelmed. I mean, actually, yes. Uh, when my depression got really bad, I was overwhelmed with a sense of dread. Anytime like, I had to get up for work. So, yes. Would you say that you have many friends? I would not say I have many friends. Would you say that you have many enemies? I would not say that. The fact that I do have. Well, I suppose they're not really enemies, because enemies implies that it's a mutual thing where you think about them, but it is weird to me that I have people who, like, have animosity towards me. That's weird to me. Have you ever trusted someone entirely without question? Yeah. Do you sometimes believe that you're destined to be a hero? No. Do you sometimes believe that you're destined to be a villain? No. I am an NPC. At best. If you had superhuman powers, would you use them exclusively for good? Probably not. Wouldn't use them for evil. I'd use them for convenience. I'd use them for my own convenience. Do you often find beauty in those who cannot find beauty within themselves? I don't even know what the hell that means. Sure, why not? What the hell? Why the hell not? Do you ever have difficulty finding beauty within yourself? Yep. Do you believe that sometimes suffering is a necessary part of life? No, I don't believe it's necessary. I don't believe suffering is ever necessary. Have you ever caused someone to suffer unnecessarily? I mean, probably, but not deliberately. And I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Do you believe that torture is ever justified? Nope. Have you ever felt like life is torturing you? No. Jokes notwithstanding, no, I've never felt like life is torturing me. Do you believe that war is necessary for peace? No. Do you find violence to be entertaining? I mean, occasionally, like on occasion, sure, but in general, not really. You know, like, yeah, I grew up a superhero fan. All sorts of violence in superhero comics, and it's fun. But shit, the stories I always liked most were the ones that were least violent. Even now, like it's I really like stories that are violence may be present, but like the things that I find most entertaining is generally the least violent parts. I'm a Trekkie. I'm a goddamn Trekkie. Star Trek is all about finding non-violent resolutions to problems. That is the shit that I live for. Do you believe that morality can be taught? Yes. Do you believe that success is always a good thing? Not always. There are people who've been successful and found that it kind of ruined their lives. If you could get away with breaking any laws that you wanted to, would you walk around doing anything and everything you wanted? Nah. Nah, I mean, I'd still try not to hurt people. I mean, shit, they're laws that I absolutely would break. Hey, Mr. Bank, I'm just gonna take this money here. You go file that insurance claim. That means that you're not gonna lose anything. And I'm just gonna take this money to pay my rent. Nice chatting with you, Mr. Bank. But no, it's not like I'd walk around punching random people or whatever. Would you say that you always know right from wrong when making decisions in life? Yeah, not always. Would you consider yourself to be an excellent judge of character? I don't know. I don't really talk to people. Like that's the problem I run into. That's the other problem I run into with these sorts of tests. I don't have enough opportunities to tell any of this stuff. Am I an excellent judge of character? I don't know. I never talk to people. How am I supposed to know if I'm a good judge of character when I stay away from people? Sure, fine. Are you good at telling when someone is lying? Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty decent at it. Would you consider yourself to be a talented liar? I think I'm okay. I think I'm an okay liar. I'm gonna say yes. I think I'm an okay liar. Are you always honest with everyone you meet in life? I mean, you can't work in customer service and be honest. If you found a stray animal and bonded with it over the course of a year, only to be confronted by the owner a year later asking for the animal back, would you return it to the original owner? Um, it would depend. Like, that's gonna really, really depend. If the owner's a decent person, like, it was just like a cat slipped away or ran away, and like, you know, eventually found it, then yeah. If they abandoned it, if they deliberately abandoned the cat, then probably not. You know, hey, you're the one who abandoned it. It's not yours anymore. You were the one who decided you didn't want it anymore. This is my cat now. If it is the cat escaped and got lost, and yeah, sure. Do you often see the good in someone, even when it isn't there? I mean, if I'm seeing it, then it's there. But nah. Do you believe that the difference between good and evil is only a matter of opinion? Nah. Do you believe that love is a weakness? Absolutely not. Love is often a source of strength. Would you consider yourself to have fortunate luck most of the time? No. Would you consider yourself to be a merciful person? Yes. Do you believe that honesty is always the best policy? I mean, not honest, not always. Often. Sometimes I'm. Sometimes, alas, you gotta bullshit. It's unfortunate, but sometimes, yeah, you just have to bullshit. But even if you're bullshitting, it's one of those things where you try to keep it as close to the truth as you can. So, to the extent that is possible, I would say yes. Have you ever? Oh, have I ever broken a promise? Damn. Uh, I mean, I probably have. Do you believe that ignorance is bliss? Nah. Nah, I think there are plenty of stupid, miserable people too. Have you ever wondered if life could be a test? No, no, not really. No. Hmm. I find your answers very interesting, Wanderer. I believe I've got to know you so much better in such a short period of time. I'd like to thank you for allowing me the opportunity. It truly has been a pleasure. Hmm. As a token of my gratitude, I would like to bestow upon you a gift. This is the gift of insight, Wanderer. I will tell you what I see deep within you. Please listen to my words carefully, Wanderer, for they bear the weight of your soul. We all carry burdens, Wanderer. We all carry a weight upon our shoulders. Upon our chest it sits, stealing the breath from our burning lungs. Though it may appear that we carry these burdens with ease, it does not mean that they are heavy, that they are not heavy. We must understand that the one who fears that they will suffer already suffers from what they fear. The burdens placed upon us are often ones we place upon ourselves. Oh god, this is so like faux deep. Just cliches. Cliche upon cliche. We wear a crooked crown of thorns that dig into our bloody temples, and we walk through coals of crimson fire while holding a broken heart in our bloody hands. So goth. Sometimes it is important to drop what we carry, for the price of our burdens is not worth the weight we bear. And sometimes, as we carry these burdens, especially when we carry them for so long, we develop the strength to carry so much more. The things that held us down for what felt like forever become lighter than any straw or feather. And as we pick up the weight of a whole new fear, visions of the past become ever so clear. Do not let yourself suffer, wanderer. You are worth more than what you believe. You do not have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You do not have to bear the weight that others place upon you, or that you choose to place upon yourself so that others may carry less. I mean, I don't feel like I am taking the burden of anyone else's burden on myself. Like, I never feel like I'm taking other people's burdens. Stitch that broken heart together, shove it back into the gaping hole within your chest. Tear the crown of thorns from your head and toss it into the fire. Step off the burning coals and care for your blistered feet. For you have walked through hell long enough, wanderer, and now it has come time to rest. Heed these words, wanderer. They will help you on your journey forward, if you let them. I want to give you one more parting gift before I take my leave. A simple gift, if you will. One singular word. And that gifted word, Wanderer, is restful. There's a whole bunch of words that you can get here, I guess. Remember this word moving forward, for it will help you in ways that you couldn't possibly fathom. Trust me on that. And with that, I take my leave. Until next time, Wanderer. Thank you for playing the test, Secrets of the Soul. Test Trilogy, Fate Weaver and Alchemist Quandary, The Advisor, and many of our other titles of a similar nature. And yeah, please take the gifted word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you to be included in future projects that we're currently working on. I'm not going to be doing that. One of these projects includes a title called Chasing Demons, which you can now add to your wish list. Pretty sure it's released already, because like I said, this game came out February 2023. I'm playing it December 2023, so... We'll always read every comment we get. We promise you won't go unnoticed. Again, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, and we hope you get some form of enjoyment from our projects. So, I don't know. Part is I'm not really good at these types of questionnaires. I overthink stuff too much, and it's like... a lot of times it's sort of like these weird hypotheticals that... like, I don't know what the hell I'd do in that situation. When the hell is that situation going to come up? How the hell am I supposed to know what I'm going to do? And here's all the credits. Scrolling by real fast. So, I don't know. It's the kind of thing that I'm bad at. And that means that I have trouble enjoying this type of thing. And, like, just the framing sequence is really cheesy. Yeah, the whole framing sequence is just kind of silly, I find. And, like, it gets, like, so goth. And it just ends up feeling cheesy and silly. I don't know, it's an interesting idea. And it's free, so I mean, you may as well. If you want to do it yourselves, you may as well. It's free. It's a free experience. It's a free thing to do. Yeah, you can see what word you get for yourself. I'm not totally sure. Like, I don't know. I mean, if I'm honest, I think, one of my big problems is that it's not a lack of restfulness. It's kind of the opposite. It's a lack of action on my part is the bigger problem. I'm just way too passive, so I feel like the word I need is something like, get off your ass. Stop being so damn passive. But yeah, that was the test. Secrets of the Soul. Uh, Next time I will play the Emily is Away trilogy. That should be fun. So look forward to that. Emily is Away. I hope you'll join me to watch those 3 games. But for now, thanks for watching. And have a nice day.